What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Raymond Taco Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm about to another video. Before I get into that video, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist out. Today I'm about to another video. I'm sharing my thoughts on charges dropped against mother and son in deadly West Pullman shooting. Video shows man punching woman. Now, when I first heard about this situation, I think I seen this situation first on Instagram, and I didn't think that done because I wanted more details. And then I got more detail about this situation when I got my last haircut. We was out there sitting there talking about it. My barber brought the subject up and everything. It led to a long conversation between everybody. Every barber in there, the customers in the chairs getting their haircut, the customers waiting, the women is braiding hair. I mean, it just led to a big conversation. You know what I mean? So now, I didn't want to share my thoughts based on none of that. I still wanted to read the article on Google to see what happened. And I think it's, I just wanted to read the article, and I'm just now going to read the article, and I want to read it with y'all. So that way we all can get an understanding, because I was a bit lost. I mean, a mother and a 14-year-old beat a murder case. Like, I was lost. So I want to read the article and get my own thoughts and decide for myself how I feel about it after I read this article. Cook County prosecutors have dropped murder charges against a woman and her 14-year-old son in the shooting death of a man during a fight in a West Pullman restaurant. Now, the video came to the light showing that man punching the woman before her son shot him. Carlisha Hood, 35, and her son had been charged with first-degree murder in the slaying of 32-year-old Jeremy Brown on June 18th at the Maxwell Street Express located in the 1600 block of South Halsted Street. Hood, who was a valid FARD card and concealed carry license holder at the time of the incident, was also charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. So the mother, she had a concealed weapon permit, but the son didn't. I mean, we all know a 14-year-old can't have a concealed weapon permit. You got to be 18 or older firearm. So was also charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor. And all charges, again, both the Hood and her son were dropped on Monday in a statement. Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox's office said the decision was based upon our continued review and in light of emerging evidence. Based upon the facts, evidence, and the law, we are unable to meet our burden of proof in the prosecution of these cases, Fox's office added. Hood walked free from the Cook County jail and embraced her family hours after the charges were dropped Monday morning. She declined to comment as she was released, but her attorney and family said they were relieved that she is back at home, saying justice finally has been served. Prosecutors earlier had acknowledged the shooting was caught on video. According to Prosecutor, Hood was in line getting food while her son waited inside their car. Shortly after, Brown entered the restaurant. Video posted to social media shows Hood arguing with Brown inside the restaurant. During the argument, Hood began texting her 14-year-old son, who was waiting outside in the car. And that's the part that won't reveal in the video. She went and texted her son, let him know, hey, I'm in here arguing with a grown man, da-da-da-da. Surveillance video outside the restaurant shows the teen enter the restaurant, and cell phone video from inside shows Brown punching Hood at least 3 times in the head and face. Prosecutors said that's when the teen pulled out a gun from his hoodie and shot Brown in the back. Brown fled the restaurant, but the teen followed him outside. He fired more shots after Hood told him to shoot and kill him, prosecutors said. He was shot twice in the back and later died from his injuries. It's unclear why prosecutors decided to charge Hood and her son with murder in the shooting when their account of the shooting noted Brown had punched Hood before her son shot Brown. Prosecutors also acknowledged the shooting was caught on video. You have the right to use deadly force to stop that force against another person. And that's exactly what happened in this case. And that's exactly why the state's attorney office dropped the case. That's crazy. So you have the right to use deadly force to stop that force against another person. So anybody that beats somebody up in Chicago, you have the right to stop it by any means, by deadly force or any force that you decide to use. Miller said criminal charges let alone murder charges, never should have been approved in this case. This goes beyond an injustice. Frankly, it's a miscarriage of justice as to what happened to this woman and her son. He said it's a situation where either the charge should have been rejected or at very minimum there should have been continued for investigation rather than just, say, okay, murder charge, send him to court. Hood had been ordered held on a $3 million bond after she was charged last week. Her son was charged as a juvenile and was being held without bond before the charges were dropped. Both are now free. Neither Hood nor her son had a previous criminal record. Hood is planning to file a lawsuit. I thought it was a string case because, why would a 14-year-old have a firearm? A 14-year-old can't own a firearm. So I figured that it wasn't going to play out like that, but it did. I'm thankful that it did. But it really make you ask, is this really what the world has come to, where a man argue with a woman? A man, not just a woman, but a woman that he don't know from Adam and Eve. And they end up punching her. Like, he's right in the video. Say one more word, my mama, say one more word, I'm going to punch you. Say one more word, my mama, I'm going to punch you. You know what I mean? Like, really? I've been in heated arguments too with women, but it never to the point where I wanted to punch a woman. Like, it is really what we doing in this new millennium, where we just fighting whoever. Whether man or woman, or woman fighting a man. Like, this stuff is really getting out of hand, and unfortunately, it letting him get killed. That 14-year-old boy had every right to come protect his mom. That's what any child gonna do. You see your mom arguing with an adult, you're not just gonna stand there and watch. You gonna take action. You know what I mean? So you can't really blame the child for taking action. I'm pretty sure he didn't shoot and kill. Unfortunately, the guy ended up dying for his rules, and hey, and the mother and son beat the charges. So I'm assuming that 14-year-old grabbed his mom's gun out the car and put it inside his hoodie, and then came into the restaurant. I'm assuming that's what happened, but regardless of what happened, one person lost their life, and now this child is stuck with this memory, this image in his head for the rest of his life, of killing a man. That's trauma this child going to live with the rest of his life. Unfortunately, might need counseling, might need help down the road. You never know. You never know what it's to lead to. Just being honest. I wonder, is that law in other states as well? But I will look into that. It's just all over sad situation. Like, from the man going back and forth with a woman, to him punching a woman and making sad, to whatever led to the argument. It's sad, where it led to both the male and the woman yelling at each other, to the man threatening to punch the woman, and then actually carrying it out, punching the woman, making sad, to her texting her son, to her son taking the gun out of the car, coming into the restaurant with a weapon concealed, shooting the man in the back. It's all over sad. It's all over sad. You know what I mean? Just being honest, it's all over sad. I'm surprised others to step in, but sometimes when you step in, put your nose in other people's business, don't always play out in your favor. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we're seeing. I did a video a few weeks back about the Walmart situation. A guy, his girlfriend, his son, his child was leaving Walmart and seen a Walmart employee arguing with his girlfriend in the parking lot. The guy stepped in, even when his girlfriend told him no, he would intervene, end up in a tussle, in a fight with the guy, and the guy pulled out a gun and killed him. Shoot him one time, the dude, girlfriend runner, hey, please don't kill him, please don't kill him. You still want to kill the guy right now. So those situations don't always play out in your favor. You know, and plus that's Chicago, you know. You never know how it would have played out in Chicago. Unfortunately, the man died for his injuries, and the mother and son, all charges was dropped. Hey, you know, those are my thoughts, how I feel about the situation. For a shout out, my shout out video the last Sunday in July. Tell me in the comment how you feel about this situation. Let me know in the comments. I give you a shout out and my shout out video the last Sunday in July. If you like my thoughts in this situation, take the time to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Make sure you turn on post bell notifications and we notify every time I upload a video. I do leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist out. Happy Sunday, everyone watching the video. But feel free to share the playlist out.